What up? How's it going? That last episode was my favorite episode so far. Now this show is going into different directions. Wasn't really expecting it to go. I mean, that speech about choice that Walt gave was just, man, and that whole scene was dope. I'm ready for this next episode because now we back into the meth making business. And I want to see how this goes. Like I said, I'm looking to see when he turns into this because he's bald. So I'm assuming the chemo is what makes him lose the hair, but I want to see what makes him finally snap and become this crazy looking motherfucker right there. Let's go ahead and start this next episode.
The chemistry is my realm. I am in charge of the cooking. Out there on the street, you deal with that. I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear from them.
What the
I
fuck?
want no interaction with them whatsoever. This operation is you and me.
What is that
I'm
flash
the
that they're
silent
doing?
partner. Have you got any issues with that? No more bloodshed. No
Well,
violence.
Look like it's some bloodshed. What the fuck? He got the bald head. I don't know what the hell going on though.
And have you been in touch with Elliot? Because I haven't seen a check from him.
It came, yeah, and it came last week, and I put it right into my credit union account. So,
Who can give me an example of rapid chemical reaction?
Like an explosion?
Yes, good.
Damn.
Explosions are the result of chemical reactions.
Yo, this is great attention to detail. Like, look how big his sweater is now on him.
You okay? I got it, Mr. White. Don't worry. You got kids to teach.
I mean, it's like I feel like you don't even want me around sometimes.
Well, if
And-
you
and
feel that way,
recently, these
maybe just go
afternoons,
away for a little bit.
When you're
And I'm not saying that to
coming
be
home
mean. I
so
mean, like-
late, and we're just left wondering.
Is there anything else you're holding back from your family?
I'm kind of confused. Why would he share that in front of everyone?
I like to be alone. I mean, at times, and it's not about you, really. It's just that sometimes it feels better not to talk.
Maybe knowing what you do when you're alone might make it easier for your family to be more accepting of whatever it is you do.
Why does that? I am so confused by this. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe it's why it matter what
Like to go on
I ain't gotta.
walks a couple of times a week.
I gotta tell all y'all in front of everybody. All that volatile shit, and he can't like. No, that's not good.
When were you gonna tell me?
How did you know?
My aunt had one of those dots on her. I'm your partner, man. You should have told me. God, that's not cool, okay? Not at all.
I mean, you haven't been the most trustworthy with my info.
I get it now. That's why you're doing all this. You want to make some cash for your people before you check out.
Go on, here. You do it. If you have any questions, I'll be right out here.
Next time, put an ice pack on your head during chemo. My aunt said it helped with the hair loss.
So that wasn't test. That was the actual chemo where he was laid back like that. Okay. Because I've always seen the IV thing. I thought that's how they put it in you, but I guess that's something different.
Is that one we found way out in the boonies? That cook site? Property of J.P. Wynn Chemistry Lab. That's Walt School.
Oh, no.
How much is this?
26 big ones.
Is that all? I am breaking the law here. This return
I like
is
what
too
has
little
happened
for
this
the risk.
episode.
I thought you'd be ready for
It's
another
about to
pound
switch.
today.
You may
He's
know
about
a
to
lot
sell,
chemistry, man,
and
but
he
you
was
know
doing the
jack
chemistry
about
after he
slinging
said,
dope.
you stay here, I stay
I'll
there.
tell you, I know a lack of motivation when I see it. So, who took Crazy Eight's place?
Some guy named Tuco. Like, hello, sir. Hey, I know you don't know me, but Would you be interested in a felony quantity of methamphetamine?
Well, yes, but maybe with a little more salesmanship, perhaps.
I mean, we're making money. Why can't you just be satisfied with the way it is?
Come on! Jesus! Just grow some fucking balls!
Man. Hey, shout out to him, man.
Mr. White?
Work related. Oh. You feeling okay? I can come back later.
No.
Holy shit. At least he'll find out that the DEA is on to him.
Did though.
Woo! Imagine turning around. Imagine the feeling in your stomach when you see that. If you walk. Woo!
Glassware looking a little sparse.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, you're missing a couple Erlenmeyer flasks at least. Oh, yeah.
All right, so just listen. Hey, so you know that guy we were talking about, Tuco? Turns out my boy Skinny Pete was in the same cell block with him.
But some meth monkey had a feeding frenzy in here, okay?
A
You
meth
gotta
monkey.
keep better watch over your turf.
I will.
No worries, man. I'm no cop. I said, hit it.
Booyah! Wow! Wow!
Where'd you get it?
I cooked it.
He gonna try to play you, yo.
What about the money?
You'll get it. This is a consignment operation.
Yeah, he trying to play him.
Trust me.
No.
No, hey, it's not that, man.
You said this was cool. Okay, money for meth. Cash up front.
Come on.
Wait a minute. What's his name holding that bag with the blood on it? Oh, I guess. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Pinkman get it the worst. Now I see why there was blood on the bag.
Nobody moves crystal in the South Valley but me, bitch!
Oh, that's so... Damn, I didn't see that coming. That's so fucked up, man.
Mr. Archuleta. And when we searched his truck, we found a big old fat blunt. Which goes to prove, old huge Hugo ain't so cool after all. It's to you, Walt.
Cause he had a blunt. You see what I'm...
What's gonna happen to him? Hugo.
Oh, well, I mean, he's gonna lose his job. Like
Have him
he
come
should.
work for you.
Probably spend a couple months in county, because it's not his first rap.
Damn, here it goes. It's coming out.
Tell me about this Tuco. Tell me everything about him.
This shit is so visceral. Like, they making it as real as possible.
Morning.
Badass dad.
What is he gonna do? You see, this is where the show has me. I'm sitting here like, what's gonna make him go to the next level? To that.
What's your name?
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg. I've heard that.
$50,000.
He just came in there like a G. Like,
35 for the pound of meth you stole, and another 15 for my partner's pain and suffering.
And then you walk in here and you bring me more meth?
You got one part of that wrong. This is not meth.
what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Yo, what the fuck just happened? What is it then? What can make that happen?
All right. I'll give you your money.
Yo,
Hey, Crystal.
what kind of chemistry teacher shit was that?
It sold faster than $10 ass in TJ. Let's say you bring me another pound next week.
Of course a crazy motherfucker like this Tuco dude would respect what just happened.
1 pound is not gonna cut it. You have to take 2.
Orderly. What is that shit? Fulminated mercury.
Yo, dead ass using shit that he talk about in the class. Holy shit, man. That was crazy because it's like when it happened, I'm like, what the fuck is that? What little thing like that could cause an explosion like that? Had he threw that whole bag down, the entire fucking building would have blown to smithereens. Yeah, invigorating. What a rush. That's the turn. That's the turn. He turned into it. Holy shit. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. Last episode and this episode are now on the same level. This ending was dope, man, because at the beginning, the way they played that was dope. Because, so it starts off with Walt stating, the chemistry is my domain. That block shit, that street shit, that's you. You gonna handle that. This is my domain. These two will never cross. And then we see Walt go through his chemo. And it's killing him. And it's to the point where he's handling volatile chemicals and he's shaking and he has to come out. And he dead ass, he had no other choice but to be like, yeah, I need you to do it for me. And in that moment, though, when Pinkman talked to him, it brought something up that I think I spoke about a little bit earlier, is that when somebody matters to you or they care to you, you remember everything about them, especially when it's something like cancer. So for Pinkman to know about cancer, you know he loved his aunt, right? But he was like, he knew about it a lot. He knew the details, right? So that shows how much that sticks with you. Walt was right when it came to that's how y'all will remember me. Yeah, you're going to have memories about that old, like how I was before, but you're going to remember me with that. And you saw that in Pinkman. He knew all of that. And I was surprised, right? And even Walt, he was sitting there surprised. But then he had to go cook it for him. Okay. He tells him, go out, sell, whatever. Pinkman comes back and he gives him the money. And Walt looks at it like, the fuck? And then he takes out some more. And Walt's still looking like, the fuck? He's like 30. He said something like 25 or 35 or something like that. And he was like, that's not enough. And he insinuated it was 35,000. He was like, no, that's like 3,500. And half of it is mine. And also, I think he said like $15 for the burner phone. So he's like, yo, I need this money. The thing that they kept showing where he would pay the check, and he say, wait till Monday. I found that old lady, she was nice, you know what I mean? And also Hugo. Hugo is an innocent bystander in all of this. And there's some more bullshit about the war on drugs. Oh, he had a fat blunt. So that allowed them to get another warrant to go search his house. Oh, he had a bunch of weed. So now he about to go to county for 2 months. And all he did was be a good person and help that man. But the DEA is on the case. And when Hank is getting close, but no one could ever believe that Walt would become this, right? Walt can't even believe it himself. You see how invigorated he was by the end. But what Hank was doing was interesting because he was going through the inventory. And he's like, hey, man, you got to keep track of your stuff. And he's like, okay, yeah. Just play dumb. But now he's off the tail. But in a way, that ended up helping Walt and Pinkman because Walt now knows, oh, they were on the trail. And now it's like a little thing. Like they couldn't find who did it. But, you know what I mean? They thought they had a case, but maybe they'll think that's a dead end. Maybe, you know what I mean? Let's see, Pinkman going to see Tuco. I didn't know how that was gonna play out because Tuco's crazy. I'm looking at him, yo, he's insane. And I'm like, okay, everything's going good, but what's the twist? Oh, and I'm like, he's gonna play him, but how's he gonna play him? My man was like, we taking this and we not paying you. And then he puts the money in there. I'm like, what? Okay. And then he beats him. He says, no one sells, in my hood or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then he, Walt has been calling. He's trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like, how is he, like, what's going to happen? Because we saw early, my man had the bag with the blood. So now by that time, I'm like, I saw the bag and I saw blood on it. But why does Walt end up having it? So when he shows up there, I'm like, oh, but what is he going to do? How's he going to do this? And it was so satisfying, gratifying, and for him to use chemistry and to use something from the classroom. Because you're seeing it and you're looking at it. And I'm looking at the crystal and I'm like, that crystal looks different. For one, it's bigger. It's a little cloudy. I remember their glass, the whole thing about it was like, it was crystal, it was clear. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't suspect that. So when he threw it and it blew everything, I'm like, what the fuck? And he says what it was. What I wonder is, people who are into chemistry or chemists or something like that, when they watched that, were they like, ooh, is this about to happen? Like, was that foreshadowing for a chemist? Like, were they like, is he about to use the falsate or whatever that shit was called? Now let's go into the cancer part of it. Oh, no, let's wait. The end where he's so invigorated and riled up. Like I said, now I see where it came from, and I see how it wasn't just one thing. It was a confluence, and it was a bunch of things. I do like how Tuco and them, they're still alive, but now they're working together. And he had to pay homage like, yo, that shit sold way better than, anything. I think he said than $10 hookers in Tijuana or something like that. But yeah, man, that was great. The cancer, visceral, they're making it real. To show his urine, just the urine. At no point was like, ugh, that's nasty. It just hit me like, oh, that's so sad. Because if anything's coming out of your body like that, that's straight waste. You know what I mean? And there's nothing you can really do about that. You're not going to hydrate that away. Like, you know how you drink a lot of water to come out clear? You ain't going to do that. And then I said at the beginning, I'm dreading when his hair falls out. And yeah, it did. But I will say, I like the son's reaction. The son is acting like a teenager. So when he goes badass, I'd expect him to be that way, right? He's acting the way he acts, and I appreciate that. He's not like a teenager that I hate. Usually I don't like teenagers in shows and things like that. But yeah, man, this episode is right up there with the last episode for me. And y'all saw how much I love that one. The way this one played out, great. Now we on to the, I believe, last episode of the season, episode 7. Next episode.